Hey everybody, it's Dak here from the Ed Boys, and welcome to episode 34 of our RuneScape 2007 Road to 100 mil. At the end of the last episode, I said I'd be getting 60 attack at these Chaos Druids, which you can see I am almost there, just got a couple more kills left. Once we get 60 attack, we will be able to use dragon weaponry, and I believe we're going to be doing that pretty quickly in this episode. I do have one kind of strange method that we're going to, not a strange method, but you're going to see what I mean in a second. We're going to do a different moneymaker in this episode, but I'm not going to do that much of it. We have made a pretty good profit off these Chaos Druids. We might even have over 700k. The Granite Maul definitely has helped. The speed has increased by a lot, and it'll increase by even more once we get to Dragon Weaponry, which does mean we are coming back to Chaos Druids probably one more time. That might be the last time, we will see. There we go, by the way. We have 60 attack, and we can now use Dragon Weaponry, which is pretty cool. Now that we have 60 attack, I am going to head over to the Grand Exchange to sell the herbs that I have collected, and that is where I will meet you guys next. Alright everybody, we've made it safe and sound to the Grand Exchange where we're going to be selling these herbs. I believe this is the most Chaos Druids we've killed in one sitting, so this will definitely be the most profit we've made off of a single Chaos Druid trip. We're going to be doing a trip about this size later on. It's going to be from 50 to 60 strength, where we just did 50 to 60 attack. So it should take a little bit less time because we're higher attack and we will be higher strength. But we'll probably make around the same amount of money on that one, which I'm not exactly sure how much we're going to make on this one, or exactly what it's going to bring to our stack. Let's check that out right now. Alright, so it looks like we made about 920k minus those Haralanders that have not sold. That's only like another 40k. It does bring us up to 31 mil. Let's see exactly how much. Examine 31.9 mil, so we're almost at a 32 mil stack. Alright everybody, we are going to be doing a moneymaker here that we're not going to do very much of, so we're really not going to make much profit off of this. I just wanted to show it because I figured it would only be fair to show you guys this one. We recently got 70 agility, which, as you saw, we were running by those blue dragons that were in the Tavalry dungeon. We're going to run over and just pick up an inventory of blue dragon scales. For any of you who don't know, that blue dragon scales sell between 500 and 600 coins a piece. This can be a pretty good moneymaker. It's not the top in the world. I would say 180 to 200k an hour, which isn't too bad, but you don't get any experience from it, and you really technically don't have any requirements. The 70 agility makes it go a lot faster, and having a higher combat will make you survive. So technically you do need those, but technically you don't need them either because there are no requirements, like I said. I'm not a big fan of this one because I don't like the idea of just running in, picking up the scales for the money. I don't get any XP. It's not like tanning dragon hides where I do not get XP either, but tanning dragon hides I make more of a profit. So I'm not going to be doing a lot of this. I'm just going to do this one load, probably make like 15k from it. It would be pretty good, 180k to 200k an hour, but I do believe we could spend our time better elsewhere. Not saying that this is a terrible moneymaker for everyone else. If you do enjoy it, I would suggest going out and trying it. You never know, you might find something you really like. Not a lot of blue dragon scales sell each day, so there's also a chance that the scales won't sell right away, but either way, I can basically guarantee you'd make some profit showing up here. Alright everybody, here we are safe and sound at the Grand Exchange where I'm going to sell these 28 blue dragon scales. They'll sell for about 14k, which actually, since the load takes a little over 4 minutes, it's right around 200k an hour. That's really not too bad. I'm just excited to get into the next thing we're going to be doing. Let's see exactly how much they sold for. 11.2k, so it'd be like 180k an hour like I was saying before. Not too bad, didn't really make much profit off of this, but I will see you guys in just a second. Alright everybody, now that we have 60 attack, I am going to be buying some dragon weapons. I'm going to start off with the dragon longsword and dragon dagger. I am going to get the poison ++, don't worry. The reason I'm not using a dragon skimmy is because we haven't done monkey madness yet. I don't really plan on doing that too soon. I believe the dragon longsword is going to be plenty for our current purposes. Since we did just come from using a rune longsword and a granite maul for a special attack, we definitely are going to see a little bit of a speed increase here. Going to be getting more XP and money per hour, but not necessarily more XP and money total because we are just going to 60 strength. I want to meet you guys over by the Chaos Druids where we can start training. Alright everybody, I've made it to the Chaos Druids again. This may be the last time we're here. It may not be though. I probably shouldn't say that because I changed my mind a lot. I'm mostly going to be using the Dragon Dagger for a special attack, but it is a pretty strong weapon, so I'm just going to play around with it a lot. I'll use the Dragon Longsword special attack occasionally because I'd like to see if I can max out on these things. Eventually, I do believe I'll be able to hit a 20 and one-hit them. So in general, this is going to be going a lot faster. I don't know if I'll come up with a complete strategy on whether or not I'm using the dagger or the longsword special. I'm probably just going to keep switching back and forth depending on how I feel. We'll make a pretty good money from this. Probably another 900k, I'm guessing, since we made a little over 900k last time. I'm going to see you guys when I get up to 60 strength, so I will be right back. Alright everybody, we're about to be getting 60 strength, which is pretty cool. It went very well. I don't believe I made as much money this time. I feel like the drops weren't as lucky, but I still made a few 100k, probably 600 or 700k. This is the last kill right here, I believe. It did go well, as I was saying. I did use the DDS and the Dragon Longsword special many times. There we go, 60 strength. Now we can get into God War's dungeon, right? Yeah, we can go to God War's dungeon if we need to, but we're not heading there too soon, don't worry. As I was saying a second ago, the Dragon Dagger and the Dragon Longsword specials both worked very well. I did like them a lot. I'm excited to use them again in the future. I'm going to meet you guys at the Grain Exchange, though. Alright everybody, here we are at the Grain Exchange selling these herbs. Like I said before, I don't think I made as much money. I didn't get as lucky with the drops. Honestly, like 50% of your money comes from the Ronars, so that's the biggest thing I'm looking for. And I think I got a few less Ronars, but I got an uncut diamond this time, even though it's only like 3k. It's a little more of a lucky drop. In general, we definitely didn't make as much, but let's check out what our stack is going to be. Once we put in this 847k, we are definitely going to be above 32 mil, because we were only at 31.9. So let's see exactly how much we're at right now. 32.6 mil, not too bad, looking pretty good right now. Alright guys, so now that we've gotten 60 attack and strength in the same episode, I've decided we definitely have to get 60 defense in this episode. We're already at 55, so it's really not that big of a deal. It shouldn't take too long. We are not going back to Chaos Druids, though. Now that we are 60 in attack and strength, I am going to head to the Stronghold of Security, and we're going to fight some Ankus. These are pretty good because they can drop death runes and blood runes pretty commonly and make a pretty good amount of money from it. Plus, they're a little bit stronger than Chaos Druids, so we should be getting more, well, maybe not right away, but eventually we'll be getting more XP per hour there. So we were in the Stronghold of Security one other time to fight flesh crawlers. We made a pretty good amount of money there. This time we're going down to the bottom floor, though, where we're going to be fighting the Ankus. There's also some ghosts and some really other high-level things in there, like shades, but there is a room with only Ankus on the northeast part of the dungeon. There's really nothing else that we're looking forward to for drops from the Ankus. They have herb drops that are pretty uncommon, but we'll still pick them up. They do have some seed drops, like we could get a Ronar seed, which is like 20k, which wouldn't be too bad, but really the majority of the profit's definitely going to be coming from the blood runes and from the death runes. It's nice that blood runes and death runes are stackable, but because we are a lower combat level, we still are going to need to take bank trips for food. It's really not going to be that big of a deal. I'm just using swordfish because I don't believe they're going to be hurting us that much. I know that their max hit is an 8 and swordfish heal 14, I believe, so it's really not, it's not like I need any better food than swordfish. If it turns out I do, if they're very accurate and I was unaware of that, I will go get something like shark. I highly doubt I'm going to need to do that, though. I believe I have all the materials I need to get all of these kills. We're going to be getting up to 60 defense. It's only going to take, actually I have no idea, how long it's going to take because I haven't done these before. But for now, I will meet you guys when we're getting 60 defense. Alright guys, so we're about to be getting 60 defense. It didn't take too long. It started off right around the same speed as Chaos Druids, but as I got a little more used to it, it went a little bit quicker. It wasn't too bad. We definitely didn't make as much money as we were making off of the Chaos Druids, but that's mostly because we only went from 55 to 60 rather than 50 to 60. There's definitely a lot of kills in between there. Also, if I were to kill 3 Chaos Druids, let me rephrase this a little better. 1 Anku has as much health as 3 Chaos Druids, so enough experience to get from 55 to 60, I would have gotten 3 times as many kills in Chaos Druids, so I'm 3 times more likely to get a drop or I'm going to be making money. And technically, by the way, there it is, 60 defense, now I can wear dragon armor. Technically, the Chaos Druids also drop a little more money if you're getting a Ronar drop, because Ronars are 5k, whereas the Blood Rune drops here at the most are like 3.5k. It's really not that big of a deal, though. These are definitely going to be a better moneymaker than Chaos Druids once some higher combat. But for now, I'm going to meet you guys at the Grain Exchange where we can sell the runes. Alright guys, here we are safe and sound at the Grain Exchange where I'm going to sell all the stuff we got. It's definitely most of our money is in blood runes and death runes. I got kind of lucky and got 2 Ronar seed drops, which is an extra 40k. It's not too bad. So far, starting off, this was probably only like 100k XP an hour. Excuse me. It was not 100k XP an hour, but it was right around 100k gold per hour, which really isn't great, but for just a start, it's not too bad. I do believe we can make that better, so we're definitely going to be going back to Anku's somewhat soon. Not immediately, but somewhat soon. Let's go ahead and check out what that stack is looking like now. This 300k should get us pretty close to 33 mil. Definitely won't get us to it, but we'll be very close. Go ahead and examine the coins, and it's 32.8 mil, so not too bad. Alright everybody, this is probably going to be the last clip of the episode, but I do have a little bit to talk about. I recently, or in the last episode, so very recently, asked you guys what would you think if I were to get 80 agility. There's definitely a few bonuses to getting 80 agility. I was thinking about doing it either way, but I decided to ask you guys, and the response seemed to be, go ahead and do it. What we're going to do is split it up into only in-between episode things, though, so we don't all have to bear through going from 70 to 80 agility. It's going to take about 6 in-between episodes. I could do it as just one, but that would be ridiculous. I've cut it into 6 parts. I have to get a little over 200k XP on each time, which really isn't too bad here at the Paul. Okay, guys, you got to help me with this name. It's like Paul, I don't know what to say. This is the one town in RuneScape I really can't say the name, so go ahead and flood the comments with some pronunciation guides. That would actually really help me out. Otherwise, I'm getting about 50k XP an hour, so it's going to take me like 4 hours to get the 200k XP for each time. It is a total of about 24 hours, which is kind of crazy, but once we're done, it's definitely going to be worth it. It'll be about episode 40 before we get to 80, though. We're probably going to be 72 agility when I get back, and I'll have about 947,000 XP in agility is the number we're going for. Thank you guys for watching today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. I want to thank you guys for watching today's video and helping support the channel. If you enjoyed the video, we would appreciate it if you would hit that like button and tell us what you liked about it in the comments section below. If you're looking for more videos like this one, then go ahead and join the cul-de-sac by clicking that subscribe button, and follow us on Twitter at @TheEdBoys. All links are in the description.